Hello and welcome to Devil's Advocate. In taking on Manu Sharma's case, has Ram Jethmalani betrayed his principles, and more importantly, thereafter, has he scattered all morality and ethics to the winds? Those are the two key issues I shall raise today in an exclusive interview with Ram Jethmalani. Mr. Jethmalani, for 2 years, there's been a sign outside the gate of your residence in Delhi which reads, "I am not accepting any new court matters, but welcome for anything else." Despite that, you've accepted Manu Sharma's case. Now tell me, is the sign wrong or have you simply changed your mind?
I have not changed my mind. Manu Sharma's case, I took up when I appeared for his bail application in the High Court. That was long before I put up the board. That's an old case.
It's a very tenuous connection that you have with the case.
I make promises to myself that I want to, but it's my right to take up any case I like.
Absolutely, no one denies it. But the nature of the connection is so tenuous, it sounds like an excuse to me.
No, I'm so sorry that you are no judge of it. I know why I take up a particular case.
Right.
I have some obligations to some people.
And what sort of obligations? What sort of obligations? Financial?
Obligation to defend a person against an undeserved, vicious onslaught by the media, which is subverting criminal justice and the whole criminal justice process.
You mean to say the media and the media's treatment of Manu Sharma has made you defend Manu Sharma? In other words, if the media hadn't characterized Manu Sharma the way they have, you wouldn't have defended him?
I probably may not have.
You mean you've been entirely provoked by newspaper articles?
Many of the vicious articles and the vicious kind of propaganda which is going on.
Let me quote to you Kamini Jaiswal, an associate of yours for 30 years. Few people know you better. She says, and I'm quoting, "Jethmalani has publicly said he has retired and will appear only in matters when the larger national interest is at stake." How on earth is the national interest involved in this case?
The preservation of the purity of the judicial process and particularly the criminal justice system is a matter of the greatest national importance. Otherwise, one day you will be in jail and nobody will defend you.
Mr. Jethmalani, you're exaggerating by use of pompous language a simple case. There is nothing of national interest involved in the Manu Sharma case.
If there was no national interest involved, you would not be interviewing me here this evening.
I'll tell you why.
And you are wasting your time.
I'll tell you why I'm interviewing you. Because I have a suspicion that Ram Jethmalani picks cases to attract attention to himself and to create controversy. It's publicity he's seeking.
I normally try and avoid people. I avoid meeting
normally?
people.
Just look at the people you've defended. Haji Mastan, Balbir Singh, Keher Singh, Harshad Mehta, Ketan Parekh, Lalu Yadav, and now Manu Sharma.
What are you talking about, Mr. Thapar? You are talking of Mastan. I defended 50 years ago.
Right. Now, that's what I'm saying. For 50 years, you sought publicity. You're doing it again with Manu Sharma.
50 years I have defended 5 persons you have mentioned. So what?
Do you know what your critics say? They say he's using Manu Sharma to build a career that is flagging. He's reviving a legal career that has ended by using and misusing Manu Sharma.
If you believe that foolish thing, it only reflects on your intelligence.
You're very welcome to criticize, in fact, be abusive of me.
You are being abusive.
That's not a defense
I'm trying to be polite because you are sitting in my house.
You don't defend yourself against the question by abusing the interviewer, but you have a right
to
do so.
You have no right to abuse the interviewer either.
I'm not abusing
I beg your pardon. That is what you are using language which no interviewer should use. I would have turned you out of my house, but for the fact that you are my friend and guest.
Except for the fact that what I'm asking is probably niggling you. I'm saying that you choose cases and you choose clients to promote
I refuse to be needled by a person like you. You are too small to needle me, for God's sake.
In which case, why get angry? Why get upset? Why lose your temper?
But I am not upset. I am giving you a reply to your silly questions.
All I'm doing is being devil's advocate. You're behaving as if you've got the devil in front of you. Calm down. Calm down.
No. You don't expect me to calm down when you are crossing all limits of an interview.
Then let me cross one more. I want to talk to you about the manner in which you're defending Manu Sharma. Is it moral, fitting and proper that you should defend Manu Sharma by casting aspersions on the character of Jessica Lal, a woman who is dead and cannot defend herself?
I go by the record of the case, and please read this. I have not invented this. This is an exhibit number 47 upon DA at the trial. I am an appellate lawyer. I have not appeared in the trial court. Now please read this to your viewers.
I'm well aware of what you're showing me. You're showing me an article from the Pioneer dated the 5th of May 1999. Just because a newspaper published an allegation. Let me finish.
Again you want to finish. No, I'm sorry, I won't finish.
You don't know what I'm asking you.
No, I know what you're asking me.
You can't. Are you reading my mind?
Yes, but first...
Are you a mind reader?
First you will have to tell your viewers the headline of this newspaper, tell them that this is an exhibit, and also tell them that the story which is now being attributed to me is a part of the record of the case from 99.
Quite right. This headline, as you insist should be read out, says, "Passion not liquor behind murder." The problem is this. Neither that headline nor your repetition of it can be proven. You probably know it's not true. You're casting aspersions by using it, and I'm saying to you that in doing so you are betraying your principles, your morality.
You are a journalist, you are a television interviewer. What right have you to assume this
the right of a common, intelligent human being to question a lawyer?
What can't be proved? It is for the judges to decide after hearing me.
Let me put it like this. Jessica Lal is dead. She cannot defend herself, and yet you have no compunction in flinging... Can I finish? You have no compunction in flinging baseless accusations to malign her character.
Now who the hell
realize that you're damaging a woman who is innocent?
In the first place, I have not made any accusations against her character. Such an allegation was made by a colleague of mine.
You're repeating it. You're repeating it. By repeating it, you're giving it credence, you're giving it credibility, you're giving it popularity. Is that
you please tell the people what I have said in that letter.
Going back to a point we've already done. Let me point out to you, as a criminal lawyer, you have every right to use every trick in the book. I put you a moral question.
I'm sorry you are calling it a trick. First of all, please do not degrade the judicial system by calling it a trick. It's not a trick of advocacy. It is a fair argument presented in open court to the judges.
I'm asking a simple question. Are there no standards that you set yourself which you observe? Is there no Lakshman Rekha, your own personal morality demands that you respect? Will you do anything? Will you fall to any level?
I will not do anything, but I will do everything legitimate and honorable to defend my client, and that is precisely what I am doing. You have no right to make comments upon what I am doing. That's a matter between me and the court.
You have no conscience about the fact that you have maligned the reputation of a dead woman who can't defend herself?
I'm sorry, you can go on repeating it 100 times if you like. I have cast no aspersions on her character. On the contrary, I have given her some character. I hope she deserves it.
You've given her some character. You hope she deserves it.
Yes. Yeah. You are the one who is now maligning her.
That is heartless.
You are maligning her.
Heartless and cruel.
Come on, it is not
You claim that you're giving her character.
Doesn't matter. I am trying to give her a character.
You've
by my argument.
You've answered as you think fit the questions about Jessica. The audience will judge whether they agree with you or not. Let's leave that subject aside. Let me now come to Beena Ramani and the Ramani family. In the case of the Ramanis, you've publicly suggested the Tamarind court was a bordello and that they knowingly gave false evidence under pressure.
Now,
you know it's not true, yet you've said
Don't make a bordello argument. It's a bordello argument. I have not used the word bordello anywhere.
I'm quoting to you what you said. Other kinds of activities. What other kinds of activities are we talking about? Making cakes? Brewing tea?
It's a rendezvous.
A rendezvous. What a delightful euphemism.
People to go out after the party is over.
So what other kinds of activities?
People will judge what they were for.
Now people will judge. You see, you're wheedling out of it with euphemism.
I'm sorry, I'm not wheedling out. Please,
you haven't even got the courage to stand by the insinuations you've been leveling.
I have said in open court, and I will say it again in open court tomorrow. If you want to hear it, come again and hear it.
Mr. Jethmalani.
That this motive that she was killed because somebody was refused a little bit of whiskey is a preposterous
That's motive. Right. You then went on to say that she was killed for what she had and didn't give, and we all know what you're suggesting. Let me pause and come back to Beena Ramani. You have known Beena Ramani for decades. She's dined with you. She stayed with you. In the 80s, you fought and won custody of her children for her. You know better than anyone else that she is not what you're claiming and suggesting she is. Yet you're knowingly misrepresenting a woman.
What have I claimed? What have I said?
She gave false evidence in court.
But I have said
that she was running a suggested bordello.
I'm sorry. Now that is exactly what you are putting in somebody else's mouth and misrepresenting to your viewers. What I have said is that she is an honest woman who was pressurized.
Very interesting that the word honest was never heard before. You suddenly weasel it into the conversation.
Now please, either if you want to carry on this interview, then sit and listen properly, like a gentleman. And don't behave like as if I am sitting in your studio. Please don't. Don't take those liberties. All that I have said is, on the contrary, this poor woman was pressurized by the police to speak some lies, to please them, to get out of the troubles which they were creating for her, and in court she had the conscience to stand up and not stick to those lies.
I gave you an opportunity to correct what you said, to perhaps change your wording and to change the meaning. You have a right to. As a lawyer, you have a right to present your case in a good or bad way. Let me point out something else. You have frequently been to Tamarind Court. You have visited Tamarind Court as a customer.
I have seen Tamarind Court.
You've been there.
I have seen Tamarind Court once.
You have several times.
No, I'm sorry.
Several times you've been to Tamarind Court. You've been seen by people in Tamarind Court. You've been to Tamarind Court. Drinks when drinks weren't available.
No.
Yes.
You are speaking of falsehood. Somebody has told you this and you are trying to just speak some muck.